The benefits of sobriety are massive. But one of the biggest things is to feel free and to feel at peace without alcohol. It's so good to feel free and at peace. And go to bed at night, I don't have to worry about any things. I've got no anxieties anymore. We've all got problems, but alcohol fuels anxiety, it fuels your overthinking, and you have problems with that. It just becomes your controller, and it will take everything from you. So if you can't relax with alcohol, you've got to learn to do something else, to have a healthy habit and to become a different person. It's a different way of life, you see, sobriety. You have to relax with music or fitness or something else rather than alcohol, because alcohol will just take everything from you. And for years I felt trapped, controlled, and not at peace, and it was just horrendous. It just kept going and going and going. This cycle, the Ferris wheel of withdrawal symptoms, drinking again, trying to function, trying to work, trying to be a husband, trying to be a father, and none of it can be done. There's no such thing in my mind as a functional alcoholic, because you're an alcoholic, you're not functioning. You're an alcoholic, and you need that alcohol to keep you going. You need that as a fuel, you see, to get you motivated, to get you out of bed, to get you to work, to look forward to. You used to look forward to a drink. Looking forward to putting poison in your bottle. Anybody, what's all that about? Getting a bottle of beer, it's poison. Can't wait to have a bottle of beer, a bottle of poison. You've got to think about that, because it does you no good whatsoever. And I think that's the biggest thing. The freedom of it all, the peace of mind, and what I would call the good living. So I live well now. I'm not wealthy or anything, but I feel good. I feel good at myself. I feel I'm a good father again. I'm a good partner to my new fiancée. I'm a wonderful fiancée. Supports me every day. A good support network helps. But even when I was on my own, alone, I got sober, I enjoyed my life 1,000 times more than I did when I was drunk. I never enjoyed drinking, really, apart from the first few years when I was young, which we've all experienced, the buzz of that. You're never going to get that back. And really, if somebody said, you can go back to those days, I wouldn't want it, really, because it just led me on to the torture of drinking every day, worrying too much, overthinking every problem, and overthinking every issue, struggling with life. It's a struggle being an alcoholic, It's a 24-hour operation, being an alcoholic. And it never gets any easier. But it gets worse as you get older. People say, experience comes, with age. With age, alcohol becomes more of a problem than when you were younger, you see. Because your brain can't take it, your body can't take it. And then you start this nonsense of thinking, well, just have one or two. You can't have one or two, you can't have one. You can't have any. It's as simple as that. Alcohol and me just don't mix. That's the thing. And if you've got something that does mix, it becomes, bad for you, isn't it? You wouldn't keep doing the same thing which was hurting you every day. But we do with alcohol. We know it's going to cause disruption in our life. We know it might cost us our marriage, relationships, house, children, the whole lot, but we still do it because we're addicted. And you're an addict, simple as that. You are an addict. And I don't like this drugs and alcohol category. It's just drugs, isn't it? Drugs and alcohol. Drugs. That's all it is. Every time you take a drink, you're a drug addict. Simple as that. There's no difference. It's a mind-altering drug. According to doctors, it's written down. Check it. Mind-altering drug. And when you're free of it, your mind's free. And the clarity that you get back allows you to think properly, to be rational, to not make stupid mistakes, not make a fool of yourself, not get in a mess. Every bad decision I've made in my life has been one of being either surrounded by drink, hungover, or have some sort of withdrawal. I've made any bad decision since I've been sober. Not one bad decision I've made since I've been sober. So that's a massive, massive thing, isn't it, in your life? to realise that everything you do is going to be good for you in your life, because you're not controlled by alcohol anymore. You are number one now. You control your own life. Now, too many people die of alcohol issues too young. I'm not going to change it myself. Goodness me, I can't. It's so socially acceptable. But what you've got to realise is you can change yourself. A lot of it's in your mind. As I said before, if you're physically, chemically dependent on it, it's different. You may have to seek medical advice. You should do if you're drinking too much. And you know you're drinking too much. And you have serious withdrawals. You may have seizures and all sorts. But in general, most people can stop. But most people start again because they think there's a benefit to it. And they associate drinking with good times and being successful and, all the great things that have come out of life. Can you tell me one thing that's come out of alcohol that's been good? Because I can't think of any, to be fair. Even people with liver transplants go back and they drink again. It's a terrible, terrible thing, alcohol. And if it was invented today, it would be banned. We've said that 1,000 times, haven't we? So think about your life and think about how awful it was for me, really, and how awful it will be for you if you end up in hospital. How awful will it be for your family if you end up in hospital? And you get a call to say, your parents get a call to say, your son's in intensive care. All through alcohol, all through lager, being stupid when I was younger. Your daughter gets a call, your father's in intensive care. He's got 50-50 chance. Can you imagine the pain and discomfort they go through with all of that? It has to be said, it's been the biggest battle of my life to get off alcohol. But I feel I've won it. I've won it every day now, and you've got to break it down to days. Every time I go to bed at night sober, I think I've won the battle for the day. And that's the way you've got to look at it. You've got to break it down into small segments. Because when you've been a drinker for years, and somebody suddenly says, well, you can't have another drink for the rest of your life, otherwise you'll kill yourself, you'll die, it's a massive thing. Oh God, what's going to happen here? I can't drink, I'm going to miss out on things, I'm going to do this and that. You've got to change your whole mindset. It's a completely different lifestyle. From being a drinker to being sober is not, it's worlds apart. And you'll find yourself thinking along that line. You become to love being sober. That's what I've done. I'll go sometimes for a pint with some of the guys I used to drink with and have a zero. I only have one or two. I don't have 10 or 20 like I used to. Drinks, alcohol drinks. And I get bored with the conversation after a few minutes because they're on the drink, they sort of talk nonsense, sort of behave stupidly. Grown men become, loud and crazy, making lewd comments about women and all this sort of thing. I'm past that now. I've grown out of it. It's a new chapter. And you've got to be mindful of that. You're not 21 anymore. You've got to learn to grow up and look at yourself and realise that you have to make changes in your life if you want to live a long and peaceful and happy life. Because you won't through alcohol. It will take everything from you and it'll become a torture. Every day will become a torture. You don't live like that, do you? I certainly don't. And I'm so pleased I managed to make that change. And I'm actually sober, healthy and happy again. If you want to get sober and healthy and happy, get in touch. I'll help you. If you find the videos of benefit, please subscribe. Keep watching. And any questions you've got, any comments you want to leave, drop me a line. I'll speak to you soon.